Hey there everyone, it's Hater, and well, it's definitely been a bit. I mean, not as long as my last hiatus, but yeah, it's definitely been a bit since I've last talked to you guys. And before we even start tackling this monster of a video, I just want to clarify something with you guys with some words of reassurance, just so you don't get anything twisted with what this is going to be about. This isn't going to be some clickbait moving forward video where I moan and groan about X devs making Y game bad and how I'm going to be following my dreams of making music on SoundCloud. No, this is going to be something much more lighthearted, and honestly, this is just something I've wanted to get off my chest for a while. So for starters, just to get the elephant in the room out of the way, for all you guys that are curious, no, I don't plan on quitting Destiny or any kind of Destiny content on my channel, and trust me, I'm gonna get there when we get there. But to explain on just where I've been for all this time, where to start? You see, my personal life has been honestly quite the roller coaster for these past 8 months, and realistically, it still is. I mean, sorta. I'm not gonna go into like too deep of details, but to put it as simple as possible, what was going on in my life in combination with the state of Destiny, making videos and streaming on top of all of that, was creating this extremely negative work environment that eventually took its toll on me both physically and especially mentally. So that's why instead of letting it really get in the way or scream into the empty void that is Twitter or X, whatever the identity crisis owned by the Martian Man is called now, I just decided altogether that a good break to focus and get my head straight was the best thing for me. And honestly, now that a few months have passed, I started getting things sorted out. And realistically, I felt better mentally than I ever did before. So I initially came into this video with a plan, a course of action, a calculated form of approach. That was until someone over at Bungie named Mr. Joe Blackburn decided to drop the, oh, by the way, we're fixing the game tweet.
We're gonna bolster what we call a PvP strike team.
Which brings us to why I'm not quitting Destiny. And don't worry, I already didn't plan on quitting in the first place. However, don't sit here and think I'm not gonna act ignorant and idly gloss over things like the state of the game article, the microtransaction hell that is Eververse, and the current state of PvP. I'm just not voicing my opinion over it because many larger named people have already spoken out towards it, like Aztecross, Datto, and even Asmongold, who doesn't even play the game. However, on a much lighter note, I will say a lot of the stuff Joe said in his tweet really, and I mean this really for the first time in a long time, made me feel optimistic about Destiny. And I'm really glad I didn't release this video beforehand, because honestly guys, I was literally moments away from releasing a completely different version of this video where I'm extremely disappointed with the state of the game and what I was going to do without it. But now I'm excited. I'm excited to pick up the game where I left it off, starting with a brand new season, a brand new soon to be released expansion, and a brand new approach to content creation as a whole. Speaking of which, the way I made videos before was the one big thing I wanted to talk about with you guys. Because if you look back at my channel and just take a small gander at all the videos I've made, practically everything that I've made the channel on is strictly build content for Destiny 2. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with playing towards a niche like this. I mean, have you seen some of the other top build creators in Destiny? It's just that I always knew that there would come a time when this would come back to bite me. And it's all because of our Lord and Savior, the YouTube algorithm. You see, focusing on strictly build content has been quite the double-edged sword for me, because yes, there are some phenomenal moments where certain build videos are breaking well almost 200,000 views. However, this leaves me with this looming fear where I could take 2 steps back just for branching out of my comfort zone. And in all seriousness, a bad video here and there isn't really gonna do anything to the algorithm, as long as it's still the same game. You see, I can't make a Void Warlock build for Destiny and then the next day turn right around and all of a sudden release my how-to guide on running it down mid with AP Scion. I'm pretty sure half of you didn't even understand a single word I just said. However, I think what I'm trying to say here is that I've at this point come to terms with YouTube's algorithm, and honestly, I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of being afraid to step out of my comfort zone. So that's why I'm just saying screw it. I'm just gonna make what I wanna make. Not just for you guys, but for my own sanity. Also, because yes, the channel is still gonna be heavily focused on Destiny, and that's what's planned after Final Shape. But I'm also gonna sprinkle in a whole bunch of things like Marathon when it comes out, Bungie's teased MOBA apparently when it comes out, and one of those things that I'm most excited for is the FGC. No, not that FGC. This FGC.
Get up to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride, ever feel your desire. Get up to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride, I'll be the ways to make it. You master early, grasp the truth, hold me high, like this, that's what this makes us start with. You haven't heard it go.
You see, something that I've been playing a lot in my off time, which was technically all the time till now, is Street Fighter 6. And guys, I don't know what it is about 2 people duking it out that just scratches all of my competitive itches. It could be the flashy supers. It could even be the fast-paced drive meter. Or, you know, maybe it just so happens the character I main happens to be a 10-foot tall Spartan lady that steals the title of mommy on the weekdays and crushes your head like a Cadbury egg. Oh my fucking god, that was sexy! Be it new characters, ranked matches, or online and offline tournaments, I honestly just really want to be a part of this ever-growing community that is the FGC, and not only show you guys my adventure through it, but, you know, entertain you along the way. Oh, and also because, you know, Riot is making a tag fighter with League characters. Give me my girl! Now, of course, though, these games aren't the only thing on the table, because just like my almost decade-long love-hate relationship through Destiny, Monster Hunter especially is something I've always played. And this started with my very first introduction to the franchise through 3 Ultimate almost 12 years ago, thanks to a random trip to Walmart with my parents. To this day, I still don't know why, but something about fighting these dollar store kaijus really tickled my 11-year-old brain. I know, I'm really showing my age. But more recently here, when Monster Hunter World and Rise came out, I cannot express to you how bummed I was that I didn't jump on the content train for them. Because to be honest, they really are what made Monster Hunter as popular as they are now in the West. And I truly regret not being a part of it. Because, you guys, I remember when I fought my first Nergigante. I remember my first Fated 4. And even my first Gen Moran. God, I missed that sand whale. On a separate note though, with the most recent news of the latest monster being included to Sunbreak's roster, Primordial Malzeno, Capcom did confirm something, that it was the last new monster for that title. In other words, sometime before the end of 2024, a new Monster Hunter title may be announced. Trust me, when that day comes, there will definitely be a video or something where I'm freaking out about, whoa, new Monster Hunter game with probably the most deep fried version of my robot in the thumbnail. And we're gonna jump right into it on release. Which, speaking of deep fried versions of myself, streaming is also something I've wanted to take much more seriously. Because believe it or not, guys, I too was a 2-viewer Andy playing League of Legends back in 2019. Of course, this was just, mostly me testing the waters, but much like all creators, we had to go through our streaming insert top 3 popular game with 0 viewers canon event to realize, streaming is kind of hard. Especially in this day and age with it becoming more and more mainstream. It's really one of the real reasons why I strayed away from streaming for a long time and invested into something like an active algorithm on YouTube that actually sees me. Thus brings me to the announcement that I am pleased to announce I'll be streaming again consistently over at Twitch. Primarily right now, my goal is to make it more of a hobby than anything and use it as a way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone because why not? First one is to make videos that I want to make for the larger audience, that is you guys, and the second is to build a much closer tight-knit audience over there when I'm live. As it stands right now, there really isn't much over there. It's honestly very bare bones. I have a couple emotes, but I don't have things like badges, moderators, or insane overlays, or cats to throw off screen. However, if you do want to drop by and show support, then there will be a link down in the description or the comments, depending if I remember or not. Most, if not all, of my recorded background footage or reaction style content are going to be live over there first, and then afterwards, via how my OBS records things, it's going to make its way into a video. I think in general, what I've been trying to explain this entire video to you guys is, I know it's been going almost 11 minutes at this point, is that this video has just been what I've wanted to say for a long time, finally put to paper. I'm well aware that the algorithm probably isn't going to like me for a while, and I know for a fact, if I keep myself at it and constantly innovate, I'm sure we're going to break right through the mold and get there anyways. That being said, you guys don't have to like this video or anything. Just know that I'm going to keep it here, and who knows, 1 year, 2 years, maybe 3 years down the road, and I'll look back at this video as a way to reflect on my journey. Either way, I really appreciate it if you made it this far in the video, and I'm honestly super excited to make videos again moving forward. Take it easy, and as always, guys, bye-bye.